Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, doing this look right here. I did a halo eye using my BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and I just chatted about a couple of things. This is a very quick get ready with me because I didn't have a lot of time before I have to leave. I kind of had to leave right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to be going in with the Zodiac palette by BH Cosmetics. I just haven't used this in a really long time, so I just decided to take it out today and play with it, and I decided that I wanted to do a halo eye today because I haven't done one of those in a while either. So I'm not sure what kind of colors I want to go to. This is the top I'm going to be wearing today, so I'm thinking just to kind of keep it neutral, but maybe we'll just see where I'm going. Usually I say that and then I decide to play with other things. So first thing I am going to do is prime my eyelids. I'm going to be using my concealer to do that. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I actually really like this. I got this from Walmart, I want to say. Actually, you know what? I think I got it from Ulta, but I'm assuming it's at Walmart. And it was because I wanted the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, but my Ulta does not sell ColourPop in store. Does your Ulta sell it? Because I can only get ColourPop online through Ulta, so I can never find it. The only things they have are Super Shock shadows, but they only have it in that one Amaze color that I already have, which I do like, but I really want to buy more. But I'm someone who just, like, I've gotten so because I'm so close to, like, actual stores now. I just would much rather go into the store rather than ordering online. I, like, never order things online anymore. This is from Wet n Wild. This was only $1, and this is, like, seriously one of my favorite crease brushes. I need to get a new one. This one kind of is getting a little, like, too fanned out, as you can see, but these are just, I've always really liked these brushes, and I'm going to be going into the matte Aquarius shade right here, and I'm going to be putting that into my crease. Normally I wouldn't really put on makeup today because I'm gonna be meeting my sister, and she just texted me saying I'm not wearing makeup, that she's not wearing makeup, I should say, and we do that with each other, so that way, like, because we're people that, like, if we're gonna be hanging out together, we're like, are you putting on makeup? And if she's putting on makeup, I'll put on makeup. If she's not wearing makeup, I'm not wearing makeup. But today, since I wanted to do a get ready with me, I decided to put on makeup, so hopefully she does not care. Today I'm just trying to create a transition shade just throughout my crease. Decided, I think, to go in with part of me really wants to put this in the middle, but I think I'm just going to keep it really neutral. So for the outer portion, I'm going to be using the Scorpio shade, but because it's a really dark color, I am going to just take my crease brush again and go in with the matte Sagittarius shade, which is just a little bit lighter, more of like a brick color, and I'm just going to add that to my crease as well, just so then everything just kind of like melds together and it's not just like light and then dark, if that makes sense. We're going today to pick out some Christmas decorations, also doing some Christmas shopping. My boyfriend Cody pre-ordered if you guys have a boyfriend or if you do gaming, he pre-ordered the Pokemon Sword and Shield game, and so we have to go pick that up today at GameStop. And I just need to get some Christmas shopping done now that I actually have a little bit of spending money to do so. Usually I don't. I struggle very much financially. I live paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, this is like this paycheck, because in November I get 3 paychecks because of how it works, like, throughout the weeks. And so this paycheck I was able to pay off a little bit of my bills, and now I'll have some extra spending, I should say. I really shouldn't say it's spending money, because I really could be using it for other bills or whatnot, but I really do need to get Christmas gifts and Christmas decorations, so that's what we're going to be doing today. With my flat shader brush, this is from Sigma. This is the E25 brush. I'm going to be going in with the matte Scorpio shade, and I'm just going to pick it up and start packing it on the outer and inner portion of my lid. This is like the first year I really wanted to decorate for Christmas. Usually, like, first of all, I'm terrible at decorating. Like, my sister's so good at it. She's actually making me a Christmas decoration, and I am vlogging today, so hopefully I'll remember to include it in the vlog so you guys can see what it looks like. She's like my sister is just very, like, crafty, has a really good sense, like, a good eye for decorations, if that makes sense. Like, she knows like how to decorate spaces and how to, like, you know, where to put what decorations and all that. I'm just someone who just, I never got that trait, I guess. I never got the whole like trendy decorating kind of trait. So like me, like, I've never really cared to decorate. I think my last apartment, which you guys, if you guys are been long time watchers of mine, my old apartment was very small. It was literally just a little kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. Like, that was the whole apartment. I think the whole apartment was like the size of this living room in my new apartment. Last apartment, I think I really only had like maybe 3 like pictures on the wall, and that was it. Otherwise, I just didn't care to decorate. And here, like, I do have a bigger space, and I've decorated it somewhat. Like, for Halloween, we did pick out some stuff from Dollar Tree because we were really poor. I was really hard on money, so all I could afford was just a few decorations from Dollar Tree. I do have like a few pictures on the wall in here. My bedroom has 0 decorations. I have nothing for my bedroom. Something I've been really wanting to get into. I've been really wanting to decorate my place because I'd like to say that I'll stay here for a long time, because I think that's the most part of why I don't decorate very often, because I always have the mentality of like, well, what if I move out of here next year? But I do like this apartment, and it's a really good location where it is. Like, my boyfriend lives here with me, and it's right down the road from our church where he works at, because he's a youth pastor. Ideally, I would like to see myself here for a long time, and I'd like to like see myself actually decorating it, and decorating it for seasons. Like, you know, have summer decorations, have fall decorations, have winter decorations, Christmas decorations, whatever. I'd like to see that kind of stuff, because I think I'm just in a better mindset now. Because I also used to be a huge workaholic, so I just was never really home. I'd go home to like sleep, and then I'd turn around and go back to work the next day. But now, especially because I have a boyfriend who I spend all my time with, I don't find work to be so important. Like, it's important in the sense that I need to pay bills. So like, obviously, yeah, I want to work all the hours I can, so that way I have money to pay off my bills, pay off my debt. But at the same time, like, I have a life now. I have a boyfriend who I spend time with. And we like to make plans, you know, not necessarily to go out and do things that require money, but like, we go out with his family and like all that, and we like to plan stuff. And so like, for me, like, I think now that I like enjoy actually being home, because it used to be I lived alone and I just didn't really care. I would just go home, lay in bed, watch YouTube, go to sleep, and have the next day be the same routine. Now it's like, I like to be home, and I like to be home with my boyfriend, so I want to make this more of a homey vibe. And it's going to be different too, because in the next few months he's actually going to be giving up his apartment, because he's been living here basically since I've lived here, and we're going to be bringing all his stuff into this apartment, because now he does have like pretty much all of his clothes here and a few things, but for the most part it's still all my stuff. So we're going to be bringing a lot of his stuff, and that's going to make a huge difference too, because there's going to be more stuff. And also we can incorporate some of his, like, he doesn't really have a lot of decorations, but like, bring some of his like manly stuff in here, because like, for us to live together, I don't want it to be like everything is super girly just because I'm here, because this is his apartment too, you know. I'm going to be taking my concealer again, and I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. concealer brush. This was really cheap, I think like $2 or $3 at Walmart. And I'm just going to be taking some on my brush, and literally you don't need a lot, because ideally what I'm going to just be doing is carving out the middle, just so that way it's a little bit brighter for the shimmer to pop. Halo eyes are so easy to do, and it's a wonder why I don't do them more often. I think because for the most part, like, I'm someone like, for an everyday look, either I just use like my Super Shock shadow and call it a day. I just do like a really quick eye look. Like, I've been pretty much doing the same eye look since I've been wearing makeup, and it's usually just like the same technique, just different just different colors, if that makes sense. So, you know, I don't really do any of the like trendy looks like halo eyes or whatnot, because I feel like I'm just always doing the same thing. I'm tapping on the concealer and then using my finger to blend it in, just because sometimes when there's concealer on the brush, it's hard to like blend it in with the brush, if that makes sense. let this dry down for just a second. While I do that, I'm just gonna put whatever concealer is left back on my sponge just to clean off the brush. And then I'm going to stare at my palette and decide which shade to put in the center crease. Okay, because I feel like I didn't make this so dark, I don't want to go like too dark in the center. So I'm going to take the metallic shade from Taurus. And, you know, ironically I am a Taurus, so it's funny that I chose that one, but I just think this is going to complement the rusty shades really well. So I'm going to really pack this onto the brush. And I do this on both sides because one side I'll use for one eye, one side I'll use for the other. And then to make sure it's super metallic, I'm going to be spraying it with some of my MAC Fix Plus. And then I'm just going to be packing this on the center of my lids where the concealer is. And I like to bring it even like more out of the concealer area onto the lid so that way it does blend in a little. And I am going to go back over with the brush and kind of like blend out the edges just so that nothing's like too harsh. But this way everything is just nicely blended. I think that does complement it really well. It really made my eye pop. So I know a lot of people do this. They just put this shimmer on the center of the lid. For the longest time I always put it in the like inner corner out to like here and then stop, and I still do that for the most part, especially like for my everyday looks. I just do looks that I'm like more into. I'm also taking whatever's left and putting it in my inner corner just so that way it matches and just blends really well. My sister just told me she's pretty much ready to go, so I'll have to speed this up. I'm going to be taking my crease brush again and just blending over the edges. As you can see, that ended up being really easy. I think you can do this without concealer. Like if that part kind of worries you, I think you could do a halo eye without it. Obviously it's just not going to be as like a pop in the middle if you don't use concealer, but like you could just take a shimmer shade, sorry, still can't talk, spray it with your setting spray and then pack it on. It's just going to be a little less of a like oomph, but at the same time, if you want it for like an everyday look, I think it could work out to do it without concealer. I'm going to be taking my NYX Epic Ink liner. I love this liner, and I'm not gonna be doing a wing. I don't ever do wings. I've never been able to properly do one, and I just feel like they don't look good on me anyways. So I just do a simple bar line on my top lashes, and I do this with every eye look I do because I just think I look naked if I don't wear a liquid liner, and it's because I've been wearing liquid liner since like high school. Like I wasn't as much into eyeshadow until I got out of high school, but I always had to wear liquid liner on my eyelids, so I just feel like if I don't wear it, I end up feeling naked throughout the day. Plus I feel like the liquid liner like makes my eye look bigger and more awake, so that's why I like to do it as well, because I feel like comparing the two eyes, I feel like this one now just looks a little bit more like open, if that makes sense. Gonna be doing my face. I do my face the same I always do. I do have like a more in-depth video up here, and the cards are down below, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I'll just still do it on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I've been wanting to do videos with Cody, my boyfriend, just about like what kind of video I would want to do with him, especially for like a first video. Like I don't know if maybe you guys would want to do like a Q&A with him as the first one. Like maybe you guys could ask him questions to get to know him more, or get to know like how we met and all that. Get to know our relationship a little bit. And then I also want to know if you guys would want to do a Q&A with him about him being a youth pastor. Like if you guys have any questions like how, you know, why did he decide to be a youth pastor and all of that. I've also wanted to like do more videos with him about like Christianity and stuff, because like I myself, I've always like, I feel like it's so hypocritical to say that I've never really been like a true Christian until now, because like we celebrate Christmas and all that, So like I feel like it's just kind of like hypocritical, like it's, I don't know, like do you guys think it's wrong to say you celebrate Christmas but that you don't believe in God? Because like, isn't that why Christmas exists? But anyways, not to open that can of worms. What I'm trying to go into is it wasn't necessarily that I never believed in it until now, because I did sort of, like, I liked to have believed that there was a higher power out there, like someone out there kind of like watching us. I also like, I believe in like spirits and all that, and so like me, I always believe my grandmother is somewhere near me. I always feel like she's sending me messages all the time. This is the Pure 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup. This is what I use for powder foundation. So like I've always kind of believed that they're like, you know, somewhere, you know. So it was never that I like wasn't a true believer, but it's also like I don't necessarily agree with everything that the Bible says. Like I believe that I believe in like gay marriage, I believe in feminism, I believe in pro-choice, and so I just don't believe in a lot of things, or maybe I should say I don't agree with things that the Bible or some Christians believe in. And so I always felt like I couldn't necessarily be like a quote-unquote Christian, I guess, if I also believed in that stuff. And then I met my boyfriend, who was a youth pastor, and he had asked me like if I would ever consider going to church with him and all that. And I decided that because when I first talked about this, someone commented on my video, and I think I ended up blocking her because of some other stuff that maybe I'll get into in a different video, but she had said something like, ugh, please don't move or find God for some guy. And I was just thinking like, okay, because like to me it was just kind of like a no-brainer. Like it was an easy decision for me to decide to give it a try, because I wanted to, this is the Hulu bronzer by the way, I wanted to be able to at least give it a try, especially if this person was going to be someone I was going to spend my life with. And it has been an interesting journey. We do devotions. I haven't gotten into praying yet. We do go to prayer night, and they always ask me, and I always just am very honest, and I say to them I'm not comfortable with it yet, and they're totally fine with that. For me, like, I'm still learning a lot about religion and Christianity and stuff, and so I didn't know if you guys are interested too. Maybe he could do a video on that if you guys have any questions, or he could talk about certain things, you know, involving Christianity or something. So yeah, so if you guys are interested in like a Q&A with him, first, do you guys want a Q&A about him and our relationship for like our first video? And then would you guys want a Q&A video or some sort of video of him talking about being a youth pastor? Just got a message from my sister saying that she is leaving her house, which means I need to finish getting ready and also waking up Cody because he's still sleeping. So I'm gonna try to speed through the rest of this actually. So I'm just going to put the rest of my makeup on, kind of still on camera, but speed through it, and then get to the final look. Okay guys, and this is the final look. This look ended up coming out really good. I'm really impressed with my eye look. Haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm glad it came out really easy and quick. So I hope you guys liked this like really quick get ready with me. I'm sorry I kind of had to like cut it short. I thought I had more time than I did. But if you guys like this video and you want to see more get ready with me, then please don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You can just go ahead and click that little red thing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.